Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Hello my dear and esteemed students to a new lesson of English, lesson number 11, and this lesson will be so interesting because I think all of you like sports, and in today's lesson we will talk about sports, but unfortunately we will talk about sports injuries. So please first of all look at these pictures. The first one, we have weightlifting, then running, after that shot put, then we have gymnastics, after that we have javelin, swimming, volleyball, discus, and wrestling. Practice number A. Look at the sports above. Yes, we have made a very quick look at these pictures. Mark the sports M, which depend on strong muscle, or C for cardiovascular system, heart, lungs, etc. Here are the answers for muscles: weightlifting, shot put, wrestling, javelin, and discus. For cardiovascular, there are running, gymnastics, swimming, and volleyball. Practice number B. Read the text below, find and underline the following. Number 1. A type of exercise that's good for building muscles. 2. A type of exercise that's good for the cardiovascular system. Let's read. Scientists agree that there are basically two kinds of exercises, or two kinds of exercise. One type involves moving muscles through a long distance with little resistance. An example of this is swimming. The arms are moved in long, slow movements. There is only the resistance of the water. This type of exercise is called isotonic exercise. Other examples are running and gymnastics. Such exercise is good for developing the cardiovascular system. The second type of exercise involves moving the muscles through short distance against a high resistance. An example is when a weightlifter tries to lift a heavy weight above his head. Such exercises are good for developing strong muscles and are called isometric exercises. Let's do the questions. Number 1. Here are the answers. Yes, the first part talks about isometric, and the second part of this text talks about isotonic. Practice number C. Read again the text in exercise number B, then write the definition of or the definitions for the two types of exercise mentioned in the text and give examples. We will read the text again. Scientists agree that there are basically two kinds of exercise. One type involves moving muscles through a long distance with little resistance. An example of this is swimming. The arms are moved in long, slow movements. There is only the resistance of the water. This type of exercise is called isotonic exercise. Other examples are running and gymnastics. Such exercise is good for developing the cardiovascular system. The second type of exercise involves moving the muscles through short distances against a high resistance. An example is when a weightlifter tries to lift a very heavy weight above his head. Such exercises are good for developing strong muscles and are called isometric exercises. Here are the answers. Number 1. Isometric exercise is a type of exercise which is good for developing strong muscles. An example of isometric exercise is weightlifting. Number 2. Isotonic exercise is a type of exercise which is good for developing the cardiovascular system. An example of isotonic exercise is swimming. Yeah, now let's do something different. Let's go to our workbook, page number 42, lesson number 11, sports injuries. Number A. Read the text and check your ideas in exercise number D. Then complete the paragraph with the connection words in the books. In the books we have although, which, result, however, so, and because. Let's read the text. When people play football or basketball, a lot of pressure is put on the knees. This is, we have here a space. The players of these games have to turn and twist sharply. As a knee injuries are the most common type of injury in these sports. Long-distance runners also suffer knee injuries. 3. A more common problem for them is stress fracture. Then we have another space, number 4, is a weakening of the bone in the leg. Sometimes this weakening leads to pain or small breaks in the bone. Space. Athletic injuries are common. Most injuries can be prevented by making sure that we stay in good condition. It's also important to wear protective clothes or equipment such as padding, face masks, and eye protectors. The last space, number 6, that we don't get serious knocks to our eyes, face, legs, hands, etc. Now, here are the answers. Number 1, because. 2, result. 3, however. 4, which. 5, although. And finally number 6, so. Now let's do practice number C. Read the text below, then label the diagram with the words in the books. We have splint bone, kneecap, ligament, torn ligament, thigh or thigh bone, shin bone. Injuries to the knee. We will read now. The knee is the strong hinge joint between the thigh bone or the femur and shin bone, tibia. It's capable of bending and straightening and in the bent position of slightly rotating. The knee joint is supported by strong muscles and ligaments. The ligaments are attached to the thigh bone, the shin bone and the smaller splint bone, fibula. In front, it's protected by disc of bone. The kneecap, patella, any of these structures may be damaged by direct blows, violent twists, or strains. For example, among footballers, a torn ligament is a very common injury. If the knee has been injured, there may be pain and swelling around the knee. The answers here. Number one is torn ligament, 2 thigh bone, 3 kneecap, 4 ligament, 5 shin bone, and number 6 splint bone. Now let's do practice number D. Complete the words in bold with the correct suffix. The athlete was so badly injured that he had to retire. Many injuries could be avoided if athletes wore better protection. 3. I twisted my knee when I jumped. It was very painful. 4. Running in the wrong type of shoes can be very damaging to muscles and bones. Here are the answers. The first one, the athlete was so badly injured that he had to retire. Number 2, many injuries could be avoided if athletes wore better protection. 3. I twisted my knee when I jumped. It was very painful. And finally, number 4, running in the wrong type of shoes can be very damaging to muscles and bones. By doing this exercise, number D, we can finish our lesson number 11, which talks about sports injuries. So thank you and goodbye.